everybody. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy, Cosmic. We'll be playing some Black Ops 6 today. Why the fuck did it say Genshin Impact? Why the fuck does it say Genshin? Start again. God damn. That's Black Ops 6, not fucking Genshin. Hey everybody. How are we doing today? Doing good? That is good to hear, everybody. We'll be playing some Black Ops 6 today. We're gonna do Nuketown 20. Oh shit. Before I forget, let me turn off fucking... Turn off voice chat, please, because I don't want to be hearing the N-word being freaking said over and over and over again, dog. Why is that still my fucking... I'll have to change that later. There we go, finally found the frickin' thing.
Feeding the fishes.
Overdrive!
Rally shock charge! Hostile load gun working!
Shit. Is that someone? No, it's like...
Get down, Brad!
Fuck!
Kilo incoming on your location.
This shit is too loud. Bro, can I fucking spawn, you piece of shit? Fucking spawn, please. Fuck out of my— Bro, get out of my spawn, dog! Stop spawn camping. Fucking piece of shit. Bro, can y'all just not spawn camp, please? Of course it's a fucking trick shotter, bro. Dog, I'm about to leave this lobby and find a new one, because this shit's too crazy.
Enemy grenade! Enemy spray mine! Bad guy down!
Watch out!
Oh my god, look. Never mind.
Enemy grenade!
Eyes on shock charge!
Fuck off, bro!
Heads out.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Long game.
That double kill was crazy.
5 kills.
Fuck.
SATCOM, requesting recon
Dude, I
overhead.
just got a fucking quadruple kill, dog.
We've taken control. Eyes on shock charge.
You're mine.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Fuck.
Incoming grenade. Nice. We're pulling ahead. Come on, you're losing this.
There we
On
go.
your side.
Tika. Chat, I'll be right back. My family needs me. BRB. Oh shit, Ace is here, y'all. Sorry I took so long, but I'm back, y'all. Yo, what's up, Ace?
Yo, Rainbow Six Siege is free right now
But on what, Steam?
on Ubisoft.
Shit, for real?
It's Rainbow Six Siege X.
Hey, Sky, welcome to chat.
Who Sky?
Yep. The one we know.
Sky does Minecraft.
Motherfucker, don't even. don't even make that joke, bro.
Let me guess. Bad person.
You find it out yourself, bro. But welcome to chat. We're gonna be playing some Nuketown.
All
We
right.
haven't
So
played
today
Black Ops 6 in a
I
hot bit.
Cosmic. Ayo. Y'all should put on Y'all should listen to the song Golden. It almost has his name in it. You know, perfection.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
And let's shine a
You're
million.
not funny. I hope you know you're really not funny.
It's actually a really good song, though.
I bet, yeah. Dude, I haven't played Black Ops 6 in a hot minute.
I might install Black Ops.
You really should. It's really freaking fun.
Head to the war zone.
I mean, you can play. I'm playing. I have the level.
Oh, by the way.
What's up?
I am actually going to be doing some lore, doing some
Character lore?
Well, let me phrase that. No, maybe. I'm going to be
You're gonna
doing.
finally have character lore and not have a random goddamn character.
Shut the fuck up.
Bro, your character has no lore, dog. You need fucking character.
Let me
You need
speak!
structure. You need structure, dipshit. Yeah, go
Like
ahead.
the structure in your dad's car.
My dad just got back from Texas, by the way, so.
You're a dead man.
My dad just got home from a.
I was gonna say I have today. I streamed Five Nights at Candy's 3.
For real?
I'm going to be playing Five Nights at Candy's, all 3 of them.
Damn, nice.
Now, you might think I've already done 1 and 2, but I haven't. I'm doing them in
Were you gonna do them all
chronological
in one
order.
stream? You're gonna do them all in one stream?
No, I'm doing. I'm starting off with 3, which I've gotten to night 3 on right now.
Kill confirmed.
And no, I'm not dumb enough to do the final night. I'm not stupid. I'm not a fucking idiot.
Falling behind.
Do you not know how painful that final night is?
I've fucking beaten it before, actually.
No, the fuck you haven't. You have not
bro.
beaten Vinny.
Josh, I beat someone I've gotten very close, but I've beaten like the entirety of that game, but I haven't beaten Vinny yet. Dude, that motherfucker is too hard.
You get 5 milliseconds, and then you're
That
dead.
motherfucker that does ring around the rosy, bro.
He said. He
Ring
said.
around, ring. Bro posts the fucking Michael Jackson and says, what the fuck?
No, he said, I'll have you. I will suck so hard you're gonna sound like Michael Jackson.
You remember that guy? You remember that? That guy, you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Snipers
So
down.
then,
Move up.
you wanna explain, Ace?
I'll smack so hard you'll be talking like Michael Jackson. You sound like Michael
You mean
Jackson.
like, you mean like Mike Tyson?
No. I'll smack so hard you'll sound like Michael Jackson. Ow.
Josh wanna explain?
2 words. Lindsay Wyatt. Anyway. So I'm doing this lore. I'm doing this lore-wise, right? So I'm going with so it starts with Five Nights at Candy's 3 because if you don't know the story, in 1960 on October 3rd, 1961 is the first event of the game.
Yeah. Oh, shit, triple
You know,
twice.
he's at the Mary goes. A 5-year-old Mary goes to the Rat and Cat Theater with her dad each day, from October 9th to October 13th. And on October 13th, you know what happens, right?
Yep. Trauma.
The Vinny ends up killing 2 of his coworkers.
Yeah.
One on accident. The other one, he then lies to the police like a jackass.
Semtex incoming.
overhead.
Oh, fucking hell. Yep, all kinds of
He then lies to the cops, and then he gets away with the crime because again, lied to the cops.
Because cops believe fucking everything.
But he had no idea that Mary was in the room with him that day.
That's fucking
However, a vision of Vinny's puppet keeps it guilts her into keeping quiet about it.
Bruh, that's just messed up. Come on now, dog.
What?
Bro, Vinny, I forgot how messed up that guy is.
Oh, it gets better. If you don't know this, get this. Get this. Get this. So, while she's coping by suppressing all the memories, Vinny, the actor for Vinny, decides to cope with it by becoming famous. He stars in a horror film called. He stars the lead. He stars as a killer in a horror film called Psychopath, which breaks box office records on its first week.
That's fucking crazy.
It gets better.
Get better?
It gets better. It gets even better from there.
Explain.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Shall I explain it to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you willing? Are you ready to explore the story of Five Nights at Candy?
Go ahead. Hello.
Here comes
Bye.
the story you never knew.
Engaging hostile.
That was such a terrible joke. So essentially, to recap, shut the fuck up. At least I have a career.
I'm streaming right now, you dickwad.
Anyway, again, who has 1,000 subscribers? Not you.
Oh, fuck off.
That's why you're about to die.
God. Ace. Oh, get fucked.
That's awesome. Anyway, so to recap what happened so far, on January 2nd, 1961, the Rat and Cat Theater is open to the public. It's a nice little entertainment venue that stars three simple characters: the Rat, the Cat, and Vinny. Vinny's is a puppet controlled by a puppeteer. The Rat and Cat and Puppeteer are all played by real actors, and for several months, that theater is a booming success until October 13th. On October 13th, 1961, a surprise show is set to happen where the Rat and the Cat will reveal their names. And we all know by now the cat's name is Candy. However, the actor for the Rat gets drunk, and decides to play hide and seek with the children before the show. A 5-year-old Mary Schmidt hides in the closet of the employee room, of the open employee-only room, only for the Rat to immediately walk in there, having seen her come in. The puppeteer then comes in and proceeds to scold the Rat for his behavior, and the two end up in a confrontation, leading to the former being strangled.
Shit, bro.
The puppeteer pushes the Rat off of him, who then hits the table behind him and ends up paralyzed and bleeding out to death.
That's horrible, bro.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse, man. It gets worse, Cosmic. The cat's actor then walks in like an idiot, and after hearing what happens, decides they need to call the cops and tell them the truth, even though the puppeteer wants to make up a story to save his life. Seeing no other choice, because of course there's never always another choice, the puppeteer strangles the cat to death, taking advantage of the airtight mask. He then calls the cops and tells them there was an accident at the building before taking his acting diploma and leaving. Unknowingly leaving a young Mary Schmidt alone and traumatized. That single event
That's horrible.
Causes her to suppress her memories and fear the performers to the point that she has nightmares about them. Memories of her old home, her old toys, including her favorite, Lollipop,
Dude,
end up being locked away in her mind.
Dude, I've seen the ending cutscene, but I haven't heard it in this detail. My god.
Meanwhile, since Mary's too scared to tell a soul about what happened that day, plus, she straight up forces herself to not remember, the puppeteer finds his own way to deal with the trauma by making a name for himself.
Talk on my Twitch chat, please. I need the thing. I'm gonna hit affiliate. Talk on my Twitch chat like once or something.
Can I speak now? Thank you. Cosmic Shiner. Sorry, that song's stuck in my head now.
You're not funny. You're not funny.
I hope you know I'm listening to that song. That song
right
stuck in my
now?
head.
Right now?
I'm not listening to it, but it's a good song.
Bro, Ace, dog, you need to start using your phone as your VTuber camera. Oh my god, it is such a lifesaver, dude.
How do you do it?
I'll send you a video, but dude, the face tracking stuff, it's like Iron Mouse type face tracking. Like, it's really good. It's really good. Like, it's
Nice.
really good.
I actually need that for videos. Anyway, you ready for the rest of the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's recap. Obviously, we know the stuff so far. Mary deals with her trauma by suppressing her memories and becoming extremely terrified of the performers.
Yeah.
However, the puppeteer, I'm just going to call him Vinny at this point, okay?
I'll call him Vinny, it's easier.
Vinny decides to deal with the trauma by becoming famous. He starts as the lead in a horror film called Psychopath, which ends up breaking box office records in just a week, to the point where they actually are actually impressed by how well he's able to play a psychopath.
Maybe because he is.
Gee. However, the incident involving the two deaths would cause the Rat and Cat Theater to close down for now.
For now, it should have been forever.
Oh, and by the way, a lot of this I put into my own FNAF timeline because shut up.
I don't care, man. Go ahead.
Domination.
So you're gonna hear a lot of FNAF names for a while here.
Now, what the?
I'm just reading this from my actual timeline script here. In 1962, Robotics Corp. In 1962, Robotics Corp opened a factory on St. Antonia's Road 27, specializing in the design and production of animatronics. They start with wire-controlled animatronics, hiring a 22-year-old William Afton, Henry Emily, and Edward Murray to help out. The first two creations are the Rat and the Cat, which end up replacing the costumed actors. But here's what they don't know: the souls of the deceased actors would end up possessing those suits. On November 19th, 1962. On November 19th, 1962, the Rat and Cat Theater has its grand reopening, and Mary Schmidt and her brother will be taken there. And her brother gets attacked by the possessed rat animatronic, though not badly injured. Because of this, the animatronics are sent back to the factory, where in the future they will be used for, where they would end up being used for newer, fully mobile models in the future. On December 3rd, Mary is plagued by visions of Vinny's puppet again, who hasn't forgotten what she did and guilts her to not tell anyone about it, since the deaths of the actors were her fault.
Bravo zone secure.
Which is technically true, because here's the thing: she could have stopped that if she had spoken up, but she was too scared.
The thing is, she is a kid, bro. Kids are gonna be scared, bro. You can't blame it on a kid.
I'm not blaming her. Oh, and by the way, it gets worse. It gets better from here, though. These visions prompt her to see a therapist. Finally.
Okay, good. Fine. Get there.
Losing A.
So she sees a therapist to overcome her nightmares of the rat and the cat, as well as remember what happened a year ago. Over the course of 1 week, Mary is not only able to remember her room, but the tragic events of October 13th, 1961, as well as the week leading up to that tragic event. By December 7th, Mary's memory has recovered completely, and she's able to describe the room that she was in to her therapist. Offering to help her overcome her fears of the three actors, her therapist recommends visiting once a week until she's conquered her fears.
Okay.
However, after that meeting, he then asks his assistant to schedule another meeting with the police
Why would the police?
and the case manager, so that Mary can give a witness statement to the event and reopen the case. With the case officially reopened, Mary ends up being called. Mary and Vinny are both summoned to the court,
Oh, great.
and Vinny is put on trial one more time, and Vinny's put on trial on suspicion of murder. The trial's not going great until Mary gives her witness testimony, and due to one, the amount of vivid detailing she was able to give when it comes to the actual testimony itself and the events of it, and two, more importantly, the reaction it gets from Vinny.
Bro, get
He
fucked.
is found guilty and executed for his crimes.
Executed is crazy. But he deserves it.
Unfortunately for Mary, she's happy and she should be happy, right?
Yeah.
Except for one problem. Unfortunately for her, Vinny's last words would haunt her for the foreseeable future. When you fall asleep, I'll be in your nightmares. You will pay for this.
That's horrifying. That is terrifying.
Sure
Bro, how
enough,
little
that
kids
night,
heard
Mary confronts a much more monstrous Vinny in her nightmares.
All like
This
the
time she's able to conquer him and free herself from her fears. By June 14th, 1964, Mary's therapy sessions are going perfectly. She's much happier and isn't having any more nightmares.
That's good.
Due to this, her therapist concludes that the next session will be their last, as she's no longer requiring counseling. However, we're not. That's the end of Five Nights at Candy's 3.
Taking C.
Now we don't.
But it's not over. But it's not over.
How did I miss that?
At midnight on November 13th,
Underway.
Okay.
the old rat animatronic, along with a special model named Blank, and a new blue version of the cat,
Oh, blank.
and a new blue version of Candy are sitting on top of the conveyor belt and the robotic.
Okay, go ahead.
So at midnight on November 13th, the old rat animatronic, along with a special model named Blank and a new blue version of Candy, are sitting on top of the conveyor belt and the robotics factory.
Securing Charlie.
The rat awakens and begins wandering around the factory, ready to prepared to wreak havoc.
Yeah.
It encounters one of the factory technicians and rips him apart right in front of the cat. And just remember this: while his body would be long gone, his spirit,
All of that.
it refuses to move on.
I mean, mine would too if I fucking got discombobulated with my brother.
Discombobulate. I will discombobulate your atoms. The new company CTC Entertainment is formed, and Candy's Burgers and Fries opens up to the public. The main attractions of this are Candy and Blank, while the rat is kept at the old factory. Here's some more FNAF stuff, by the way. In 1965, Edwin Murray leaves his job at Robotics Corp to start his own workshop, Murray's Costume Manor. This location serves as a workshop for selling, renting, and housing mascot costumes and animatronics. Thanks to his wife Fiona, he keeps creating more and more animatronics and mascots. These include the very first Springlock suits, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie.
Oh, great. Here we go.
You might know where this is headed.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I do.
We're losing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Locking down Charlie.
Hey, you there? Continue, bro.
I'm not done yet. In 7 years later,
Securing
I'm
Charlie.
trying to find out where this is.
Lock speed.
Bro, you
Shit,
can
did I
kill
actually
it
skip it?
down?
Yes, actually.
Bro, how long is that fucking Google Doc piece?
Here it is. I actually skipped something. In 1965, Candy is led to the restaurant by a shadow Candy. The spirit of the actor possesses the old cat animatronic. He leads Candy to the maintenance room where a mechanic is at work. Scared, the mechanic tases Candy.
Securing
4 years later, in 1969, William Afton and his at the time fiancee Caroline become married. They get engaged, get married, and then they give birth to their firstborn child, Michael Afton.
Here we go.
Losing B.
Big old bully man.
All right, here we go now. In 1965, Edwin Murray leaves his job at Robotics Corp to start his own workshop, Murray's Costume Manor. You know this part by now. This location serves as a workshop for selling, renting, and housing mascot costumes and animatronics. Thanks to his wife Fiona, he's able to create more and more animatronics and mascots. These include the very first Springlock suits, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. In 1972, 7 years later, Fiona gives birth to her son David Murray at the cost of her own life. To cope with the loss of his wife, Edwin creates a new animatronic endoskeleton known as the Mimic.
Losing B.
An
God,
animatronic
here we go.
endoskeleton able to mimic behavior it sees. To mimic the behavior it sees. He programmed it to act like his wife as a way of preserving a memory. 1 year later, on his birthday, David is gifted a tiger plushie that he names Tiger Rod. Are you ready, man? Are you ready, Cosmic?
Yeah.
We're gonna jump around a little bit here. In 1973 years later, in 1975, Edwin launches the FE Restaurant project. This includes the creation of 4 more animatronics: Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, as well as a prototype pizzeria restaurant, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. David very quickly grows to love the Mimic, as it's able to mimic not only himself, but his parents. Oh, and by the way, let's see if you wonder why I add this detail.
Yeah.
During 1975, during that,
Hold the line, Crimson. This is ours to lose.
a few days later,
Locking down Bravo.
due to its massive box office success the first time around, the incredibly popular horror film Psychopath is re-released in theaters for its
Bravo zone secure.
13th anniversary.
Okay.
On his way home from watching the movie, William Afton hears a thump at the front of his car, but pays it no mind.
We all know who that is.
Oh, trust me, you don't. All right, let's get to it. In 1973, William and Henry leave their jobs at robotics firm to start their own business, Fazbear Entertainment. A little later that year, Henry and William launch and open up their first new restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, a restaurant attraction with the main gimmick being its 2 Springlock suits, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. Gee, I wonder why those names sound familiar.
I fucking wonder why. I wonder goddamn why.
These Springlock suits are special suits that both double as both animatronics and suits.
Yeah.
They're able to function. They're fully functional animatronics that can also be worn as suits to entertain the children. While Henry wanted to use the much safer modeled Springlock suits Edwin made, William is more confident in his own work, creating all new Springlock animatronics. These suits, while much more dangerous, are also much more advanced and have more features. For example, while Edwin's suits only had 4 fingers, William's designs have 5 and can even last a very long time without needing to be plugged in.
I think his mindset is as long as it's more advanced, doesn't matter if it's more dangerous. But I think that's Afton's mindset.
We're not done, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
They're even willing to help Edwin and they commissioned the Fazbear project. But unfortunately, their ideas keep changing last minute, and eventually there's not enough money in the budget to fully finish it.
Okay.
To make matters worse, while Henry is a lot more kind and understanding, William is conniving and sly. He convinces an employee of Murray's to get info on Edwin's projects. Then he gets others to join Fazbear Entertainment instead. Because of this, Fazbear Entertainment finds out about the Mimic and wants it at all costs. And in the end, not only do they get the Mimic, but they also get the land in Edwin's house. The final straw for Edwin is when Afton offers him a job at Fazbear Entertainment as a lead engineer.
Shit.
That night, Edwin lashes out violently at the Mimic, beating it senselessly in a blind rage. His agony pours into the endoskeleton with no one in sight, causing it to mimic Edwin's worst traits. The Mimic ends up causing an explosive accident in Edwin's own office, and while Edwin is there begging for his life, the Mimic uses Edwin's own words and neglectful behavior towards David against him.
Shit.
Alright, back to Candies. In 1976, Blank roams around the restaurant picking up drawings depicting candy done by children, that were made by children.
Yeah.
One of these drawings depicts shadow candy, and the spirit appears before Blank. In 1978, William and Caroline give birth to their two children, Evan and Elizabeth Afton.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna speed run this one because this is all the plot to Secret of the Mimic. In 1979, Fazbear Entertainment.
Ace, I barely played the game. No.
Don't worry, it's not much to know about. It is important for the Mimic storyline, but it is a good game in general. So please play it.
Ace, I have a video on my channel playing it. What do you mean?
I mean, finish it. Do you still want me to say what it is?
Just as long as it's not like heavy spoilers, then go ahead.
We're winning.
It's just a summary of the plot, really.
I don't know. Go for it.
In 1979, Fazbear Entertainment sends a technician named Arnold to Murray's Costumator to retrieve company property.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Dispatch orders him to find, shut down, and retrieve the Mimic, as well as the schematics for the Fredbear, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy animatronics.
Okay.
Upon encountering the Mimic several times in various costumes, Arnold's mission slowly shifts from retrieval to survival and escape. He finds his way down to the more hidden areas of the manor where he meets Fiona, F10N4, Fiona, the original Mimic 1 program created by Edwin that mimics the deceased Fiona and wants to fix the Mimic endoskeleton, referred to as M2. She leads Arnold to Edwin's high clearance areas of the manor, and it's there that he finds out that Edwin is dead, only to end up being attacked and chased out of the manor by M2. While driving away, he winds up in a car crash and, now hanging on to the last strands of his life, the last thing Arnold sees is the Mimic taking the data diver that he was using, which not only has the highest clearance level, but the schematics he had sent Fazbear Entertainment. By this point, by 1979, Fazbear Family Diner is a huge success. In a news interview, a parent comments that, and let's see if you remember this name, "My 1-year-old son Gabriel loves this place and he wants to go back here for his birthday every year." Business is booming so quickly that the two decide it's time for their big moment, opening up Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Well, shit.
One day, William takes a picture with his family outside the diner, and upon returning home, he frames it and puts it up in the study area. In the following 2 years, William and Henry teased their upcoming new attraction, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. The restaurant would finally opens in early 1983 and is met with massive success. Kids love the mascots, parents love the family-friendly atmosphere, and the merch is selling like hotcakes. However, Henry had never forgotten his career at Robotics Corp, and even worse, he hadn't forgotten about the puppeteer.
Yep.
He hadn't forgotten the kind of psychopath the puppeteer had turned out to be. And because of that, he wanted to protect his daughter Charlie from people like that. To do this, he builds a new animatronic, the security puppet. Its design is very obviously inspired. Its design is very obviously inspired by Vinny from the Rat Cat Theater. But its function is to scan for a green wristband and emit a specific code. He puts that wristband on Charlie and tells her to always wear it when she's at the pizzeria.
Ace, I never understood why specifically a green wristband and for who?
Enemy RCXD detected.
It's for Charlie.
Oh yeah.
I just said it.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't. Sorry.
He puts the wristband on Charlie. He puts that wristband on Charlie and tells her to always wear it when she's at the pizzeria. Surely nothing can happen to her now, right?
Yep.
Well, let's find out. Trying to find where it is because I literally scrolled away.
Watchdog Kilo incoming on your location. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is active.
Where is it? 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 There it is. One second. William tossed and turned his night, unable to sleep. Sure, leaving his job at Robotics Corp was the best thing in his life. He never done since leads to success. But he wants to succeed alone. He needs to get Henry out of the picture, but isn't that simple. He couldn't just kill Henry. Between the blood and other factors, he'd immediately be a prime suspect.
Psychopath.
Then he remembered something from his favorite movie, Psychopath. The killer in that movie killed the main protagonist's child.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
The only problem was that stupid puppet. As long as it was able to move around, he couldn't do anything to her. Or maybe he could. He just had to make it so the puppet wasn't near and able to get close to her.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
For the rest of the night, William didn't sleep, instead choosing to brandish and clean his knife while he formulated a plan.
Okay.
Oh, look who's here.
Sitrep, LDBR incoming.
Take it.
Hostile RCXD in your
Do we
area.
tell him his mic is muted?
No, I know it's muted.
Piss off.
Lizard.
During a rainy night in March, Charlie is locked out. Alright, here we go. Here we go, Cosmic.
Yeah,
You know what time it is. During a rainy night in March, Charlie's locked outside the pizzeria. The puppet is stuck inside its music box. A ton of boxes are stacked on top of it by some teenagers.
Hardpoint located.
A purple car pulls up next to her, chasing her into the alleyway right outside the building. William Afton steps out of the car and gives a menacing grin. As he approaches Charlie, he pulls out a knife from behind his back and quotes the killer from Psychopath. "Hello, Charlotte, and goodbye." With these words, Charlie's death is quick and silent. Blood soaks into the rain as William hops back into his car and drives away. The puppet finally bursts out of its music box and rushes out towards the alleyway, short-circuiting in the rain. It lies down next to Charlie's lifeless corpse, cradling it in its arms, and its eyes close one final time before suddenly lighting up again. This time, 2 white dots. Purple tear tracks drain the puppet's mask, the two becoming one.
Next call. Enemy Watchdog Kilo inbound.
Meanwhile, at the Afton home, Evan quickly locked his bedroom door, terrified for his own safety. He knew how much of a horrible psychopath his father truly is. And when he gets home, Evan is going to be the punching bag again. With quick thinking, he breaks the window and carefully climbs out, seeing a shadowy version of Freddy in the distance. Uh-oh.
Enemy safety turret.
He follows the bear away and winds up at Freddy's. The shadowy bear leads Evan to the alleyway, and there, what he sees changes his life forever. William rushes onto the highway, running over a dog without even a shred of hesitation or guilt.
Susie's dog. It's
He heads to the local restaurant Junior's and is eager to head inside, only to be turned away at the door. Now angry, he heads home to take out his frustration on his youngest son, Evan. As Michael begs him to leave the poor child alone, William bangs on the door screaming. After getting no response, he walks around the side of the house, only to find out that the window is shattered. Evans run away to Freddy's again, and this time, he'll be sorry when he gets home.
Hardpoint is active.
William begins working on his new project, on a few major projects. The first one being a sound illusion disc that can cause a high-pitched frequency to distort. That uses the high-pitched frequency to distort your perception or something of what you're seeing. He develops tons of these and makes sure to hide them in his newest creations, the Funtime animatronics. These new Funtime animatronics are specifically designed to lure away and capture children. As such, each one is specially equipped with a special feature. For example, misdirection, voice mimicry, parental tracking, and a couple have storage tanks.
LDBR incoming.
Oh, you have one rotation.
On top of that, these things are huge, topping 7 feet in some instances.
That's crazy. 7 feet?
The incident involving Charlie's death has causes Freddy's to close for the weekend.
Bad guy. Bravo gun.
And while Candy's Burgers and Fries was a good secondary option, security is too high. And William's not eager to go back there anytime soon.
Bye-bye.
Instead, he chooses to open up his own restaurant, Circus Baby's Pizza World, a restaurant for kids and grown-ups of all ages that includes multiple attractions and starring many different animatronics.
Okay.
Funtime Freddy, Funtime Chica, and Funtime Foxy would be over on a side stage. Balloon Boy, Dee Dee, and JJ are at the prize corner. Ballora and her mini arenas are on another side stage, and finally is the main stage area. This is where the restaurant features its star attraction, Circus Baby.
Circus Baby, yup. Here we
On
go,
day one,
guys.
business is booming. On day one, business is booming until Elizabeth sneaks out to see Baby after being repeatedly told not to.
Why, Elizabeth? Why?
When Baby's off her ice cream, Elizabeth approaches the animatronic and reaches out for the ice cream cone, only to end up being violently scooped up inside the animatronic. It doesn't take long before the blue eyes of Circus Baby shift into the green eyes of Elizabeth. Unbeknownst to Baby, someone had been watching him the entire time. Evan. And unfortunately for him, his problems, and more importantly his trauma, are just beginning.
Bro, poor kid saw his sister die. Poor guy, man. Poor kid. Like, genuinely, I feel bad for the guy. Poor kid, bro. Poor kid. Alright, Ace, go ahead and continue. I'm listening, my friend.
The aftermath of Elizabeth's death is the worst time of Caroline Afton's life. William has become much more distant, throwing himself into his work. At night, Evan would often need to be tucked into bed, and because of how terrified he is, she sings him a simple lullaby she calls Crumbling Dreams.
Aww. Dude, the mom sounds like such a nice person, bro. Like, genuinely.
Oh! Yeah, she's such a nice person. Well, we all know how that's gonna go.
Go time.
Well, we all know she's on the chopping
Thanks,
block.
Ballora. Thanks, Ballora.
Bravo underway.
Eventually, she follows William all the way down to Circus Baby's rentals. Having no idea where she is, she walks around until she hears a very familiar melody. The melody
Bravo zone
of her lullaby. Following the sound, she realizes it's coming from Ballora. Caroline reaches out to touch the animatronic, only to feel her mouth being covered and a knife being plunged into her side. You're never leaving this place alive, my love. Now your dreams will crumble. She doesn't even have time to look back. She doesn't even have to look back to recognize William's voice. In her last moments of life,
Shit, bro. Continue, dog.
take it in.
she doesn't even have to look back to recognize William's voice. In her last moments of life, she crawls over towards the Ballora animatronic, desperate to hear her lullaby one last time. As she hears it, the lights in her eyes fade. A similar light slowly forming behind the shut eyes of Ballora. William quickly hides Caroline's lifeless corpse in a nearby vent. And soon after he leaves the distribution center, Ballora slowly stands up and begins to sing the all too familiar lullaby.
Now, dude, this makes so much sense now, bro.
The following week, Evan is haunted by the memories of Elizabeth's final moments. At night, he has nightmares of the animatronics, opening his bedroom door to find a much
You're at Charlie.
larger-looking Fredbear with a mouth on its stomach. Little does he know, this isn't just a nightmare. William has created animatronic endoskeletons to roam around the house at night and surround the kid's room. At times, he's startled awake and he checks the door, only to find an endoskeleton there. Thanks to William's illusion disc,
It looks like
if it's on the left, he sees a nightmarish-looking Bonnie. If it's on the right, he sees Chica. Closet, Foxy. Bed, Freddy. All of them are more nightmarish looking than usual.
Poor kid, bro.
Until 6 a.m. when his alarm would ring. 6 o'clock a.m. Time to wake up. Here's where we're getting into.
Wake up! Wake up! It's time for school.
Hey!
It's time now for school. I wake up. It's time for school.
Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
You
Wake
know,
up!
you know what I'm thinking of, right?
Yep, Tattletale.
Except what's going on, Corey Kitchener. Welcome.
Back to Tattletale.
Back to. No, I got something. Back to Tattletale.
Back to Tattletale.
You want to try that? You want to try that again? You want to try that again, buddy? And a 1, 2, 3. Except what's going on, Corey Kitchener. Welcome. Back to Tattletale. Anyway, October 31st, 1983. Evan's birthday party is off to a very, very depressing start. None of his friends are there, instead replaced by the exact people he was desperately hoping wouldn't show up. Michael, Lexi, James, and Mitch. If you don't know, Michael's obviously his brother. Let's find out. Most of the party, Evan is crying until Michael and his friends drag him over the Fredbear chute and shove him inside the animatronic's mouth.
Why, Michael? Why do you have to be a fucking moron?
Help
bro?
me, he screams. Help me, he cries, his tears moistening the spring locks inside his suit. Until... That's what I love! Nestle Crunch!
Bang!
The spring locks give in, and the animatronic's mouth bites down with an impossible amount of force, crushing Evan's skull. Behind a hidden door, William Afton grins menacingly, having witnessed the entire ordeal. Even when Evan had come to him, constantly whining about Michael, bullying him, all he would do was ignore the poor child. Having to keep up appearances, he immediately rushes Evan to the hospital. Unfortunately for Evan, his suffering is far from over.
Poor guy.
Alright,
Poor guy.
so far so good. Now get ready for a big twist. Evan woke up, startled by the crack of thunder. Where the hell was he? He was in the hospital.
Cover me. Taking this objective.
So why does it feel like...
combining
So why does he feel the same
Final
thing
Night 3 with this
as he does
bullshit?
earlier?
Are you combining?
Hearing
Final
something
Night
at the door, he gets up and runs over. Hearing something at the door, he gets over and runs over to it, and peeks outside only to see a very familiar face. Red Bear?
and Spring Bonnie.
Nope. This isn't the Fredbear he remembered. This one is much more sinister looking.
Ace.
It looks more like a Reaper of some sort. A Reaper Freddy.
Ace. I have a question.
What's up?
Are you combining Final Night 3 with the bullshit?
Get ready. You're about to see a turn for the worst.
motherfucker.
Get ready. This is where things get interesting. He rushes over to the window only to see what looked like a security puppet from Freddy's, but with a much more Reaper-looking design. Inside the
You
cabinet, a much more Reaper-looking version of Balloon Boy. These weren't the same animatronics he was dealing with before. These were Reapers. It takes him a bit to realize it, but he isn't awake at all. He's in a coma. Outside, he can hear the doctors saying that there's nothing they can do. That no surgery can fix what's happened to him. Suddenly, the room he's in changes and starts to look more like his old bedroom. Outside the door, he hears breathing, and he opens up the flap, and he opens the door and shines his light to see
There they are.
Fredbear.
Take out that one.
No, this isn't Fredbear. Fredbear is a yellowish brown with purple accessories. Whatever this thing is, it's black with yellow accessories. Evan quickly slams the door shut, though he really feels like letting it in. After what feels like hours of this happening on a loop, he finally gets up, opens the door, and lets whatever this thing is in. Within a few seconds, Evan is seemingly in a dark void. In front of him are his plushies, along with a familiar face, the Fredbear doll. he asks what the doll's doing here, only responded with cryptic words. With a voice that sounds like a young girl's. You are broken.
Is it his sister?
We are still your friends. Do you still believe that? Evan looks at the doll and asks how it knows he's telling the truth. How he knows it's telling the truth. He trusted his friends, and that didn't end well. He at the very least trusted Michael to not end his life, and now he's in the hospital, clinging to it.
Bro, I'm genuinely
The doll's
curious.
next words,
What is my brother?
while cryptic, were true. The doll's next words, while cryptic, still made sense to him. Because, Evan, I'm still here. Despite everything Evan has gone through, the only one who's still with him at this point is his plushie. I will put you back together.
Poor kid, man. Actually poor kid.
Meanwhile, in the hospital, Michael's the first one to speak to Evan's comatose body. Evan, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I just want you to know I'm sorry. Moments later, Michael hears the one sound he was praying he wouldn't. The heart monitor flatlining. Evan is dead. At least his body is. His spirit, unbeknownst to Mike or anyone else, besides the spirit in the Golden Freddy doll, lives on in the very animatronic that caused his death in the first place.
You fucker, you have gotten me into FNAF lore now. I hate you.
This is just my interpretation of the events, so don't judge me.
Dude, this shit's fire. Ace. Well, I love how you're combining multiple games into one story and then making it all make sense. I love you for that, bro.
Trust me, we're not done yet.
Ace, you should make
I want you to know right now, I'm on page 14 of this entire thing. There are 40 pages so far.
Ace, you should make like a Matt Pat style like video, just like explaining the entire time.
I want you to know something real quick.
Wait, Ace.
We're on page.
Ace,
I wasn't talking.
You should
We're on
try,
page.
then combine T-Jock into this. T-Jock.
Trust me, I'm getting to it. I'm going to add something with the phone guy stuff. Anyway, can I speak now?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I want you to know something. We're on page 14. There are 40 pages.
14?
There are 40 pages so far of this whole shit. The following day, William is in the attic. He opens up a locked chest holding Evan's Golden Freddy doll in his hands. Some things are best left forgotten for now.
Forever.
He tosses the doll in the chest and locks it shut. The doll, however, isn't the only thing in there. Alongside it are Elizabeth's bow, a cassette tape with the late Carol Afton's lullaby, Michael's Foxy mask, and finally, William's original security badge from Freddy's. 5 items, 5 family members. Before he can close the chest, the family photo from 1980 falls over and lands inside the chest. The glass in its frame shattering on impact. It's oddly fitting, however, what with their family being completely shattered. The next 2 years are awful for Michael. Aside from mourning Evan's death, he's also William's new guinea pig for his illusion discs. The disc would constantly ring in his ear, causing him to have nightmares for the next 2 years. Unlike Evan, Michael doesn't have his mother's cassette to soothe him. Of his 16 years of life at this point, these 2 are the worst.
Yeah.
Over on William's side of things, he's more delighted than ever. His Funtime animatronics were constantly being rented out to parties, birthdays, events, all of which involve children.
Man.
Over
dude,
100 victims have been claimed due to these things.
However,
William knew that this wouldn't last too long, so he begins working on a new project. And this is where things go into a different territory for us.
Yeah.
He decides to create a little software titled Glitch Trap, a virus that would act exactly like its creator. If he can't kill kids, why not one of his creations? Back at Freddy's, business is booming once again.
Ace, remember, don't say that. I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Don't say that. Use like another word. I'm gonna get banned if you use that word.
You're gonna. All right.
Don't say kill or kids in the same sentence. And what are those words?
Fair enough.
Don't say that in the same sentence. I'm gonna get banned if you do. Twitch and YouTube. He's talking about then his timeline. It's not real.
Please understand, it's not real.
It's not real. Don't ban me.
Back at Freddy's, business is booming once again. People love the place and his characters, especially the 2 new Golden Springlock suits.
Another point to the
Unfortunately, their time in the spotlight comes to an end rather quickly, as security footage of the infamous 1983 incident are recovered, causing the 2 suits to be sent into storage. William sneaks into Freddy's and looks around the building, heading to the safe room. Once he's there, he's pleased with what he finds. The Golden Spring Bonnie suit. With no time to waste, he quickly installs the glitch trap virus into the suit and starts putting it on. It's time for Golden Bonnie. It was time for Golden Bonnie to give one last performance. Get ready. It's all coming together. We're now on page 16, by the way. On June 26, 1985, a now 29-year-old Mary Schmidt visits Freddy's, having heard great things about the place and its atmosphere. The visit goes well until she sees the security puppet animatronic over by the prize corner. You know, the one that looks just like a certain puppeteer she had nightmares of a while back.
That ain't
This
good.
is Security Chief John Blanchard. Be advised,
Upon seeing it, she remembers Vinny from her past, and the last words of the puppeteer come back to haunt her once again. When you fall asleep, I'll be waiting for you in your nightmares. You will pay for this. This causes her to leave the restaurant, and on her way out the door, she happens to catch a glimpse of a girl with blonde hair following a golden rabbit animatronic.
I should not have played
One by one,
Zombie Solo.
Come down here for the ambiance, get me up.
one by one, 5 children are lured to the safe from inside a building, only to never be seen again. And with each time, the lies get more and more desperate. Your dog is alive, he tells Susie. I can make you a rock star, he says to Jeremy. And with each new lie,
More and more desperate.
with each new lie, the you-know-whats get a lot more graphic and fitting. Fred Smith wants to be a pirate. Now he gets a hole in his eye, arm, and throat. Gabriel Perkins wants a pizza party. Now he gets to have an eternal one. The final one is his sister Cassidy. Uh-oh.
The one he should not have killed.
Both are celebrating their 7th birthday. As the rabbit leads her to her friends, she blindly follows, only to be met with the worst thing she'd ever seen. She turns around to run, only to be met with the rabbit's, yeah, I'm not finishing that sentence because I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
And no, it's not what you might think it is. It's a lot more graphic and deadly.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, just don't explain.
This time, he doesn't stop. He goes again and again. Deeper and deeper it goes until a few minutes, it's finally over. Of all the mistakes William had made, this one is his biggest. This one, he should have left alive.
The one he should not have killed.
Later that night, the security puppet roams the building and finds the kids stuffed inside the animatronic.
Well, where's the mystery
After
box?
giving gifts that don't work, puppet gives life, which seems to do the trick. Soon enough, 4 out of 5 of the animatronics are walking around, acting against their programming. Fredbear, on the other hand, couldn't move a single bit. Its endoskeleton has been taken out, and thus there's no way for it to move. The next week is the worst for Fazbear Entertainment. The animatronics are starting to smell really bad, oozing weird liquid and blood. Soon enough, the restaurant's forced to shut down. Henry checks inside the suits and is stunned. What he sees causes everything to click. Everything to click.
Oh, finally, you took fucking 5 years.
William is the one who has been arrested, and now he realized why the police never found the kids that day. He finally knew what happened to his daughter Charlie. William
Finally, Henry, you took 5 business
was her
years.
killer. Rest assured, Henry will not let William get away with these crimes. Not now. Not ever.
Ever.
By July 1985, Freddy's
Pause,
forced
I
to
need
shut
to-
down.
Today's pausing on. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Me and Ace are gonna go yap more about FNAF lore in private.
You know what it makes me think of?
What?
I just think of that one clip of Corey where he just sees the freaking animatronic. He's like, I want to thank you all.
For watching.
You know the clip I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. All right, guys.
I'm thinking of I'm trying to see if I can find that clip. Hold on.
Final Nights for the puppet, right?
No, I think it's that one. Yeah.
Give me a second.
By the way, let me check
All right,
who you
guys.
should raid.
Give me a second.
Oh,
Bye.
Kamen Rider sets.
Guys,
Bro,
Ace.
Kamen Rider sets is long.
Ace. Give